We are letting it ride for this one. You better believe it. Oh man, I mean, wow. What are you gonna do? Huh? What you're first gonna do is find that thing that you was keeping, like, the mic up. You know what I mean? It was like this thing. And I don't remember what it was, but it was this thing, and I remember it keeping the mic up. First we gotta find that, and we had that. I don't know where it went now. Did I just put it on this? You know, fuck it. That's good enough, right? I think it's good. You think it's good? Let me know in the comments. Do you think it's good? What are we doing? Oh, we're still rocking Jimmy. Jesus Christ! So we're still. No. We gotta get it. No. Hold on. This is not. No. Jimmy, you got ejected from the game. Okay, you shouldn't be out right now. Okay, so can you please? Thank you, Jimmy. I mean, before anything, I think it's important that we pour ourselves a little bit of cafecito ahí mismo para ti. Ahí está. Ahí, coño. You know what? Give me some more. I'm gonna need it. Just give it all to me. Just give it all to me. That's it. Good. We're gonna pack ourselves our bowl, which we're rocking half candy corn, half Preferred Gardens snacks, 31%. The candy corn is coming in at 29%. We are lit. We're not lit yet, but we're going to get lit, as the young ones say nowadays. And then now, to top it off also, we've got some Indica True Keef. Because we got to settle ourselves down. Because, you know, when you come out of some shit like that, bro, you got to settle the fuck down, bro. What you think? What you think happens when you go some shit like that, bro? You can't just bring that shit like that. So now you got to settle the fuck down. Because if not, you get back out there and you're hype, bro. And that shit don't stop right there. You think that shit stops at the court right there? That shit don't stop at the court. That shit goes right in the back, bro. They get right in the back. Take it to the back, man. Right there. Outside. Let's go. You know what that means. A lot to unpack. We're going to get there. But we got to make sure before anything, we were ready. Are you ready? I'm not ready. Even though I gave mostly myself 8 because I'm the only one listening. And I'm the only one doing this. So you know what I mean. But anyway, like I'm the only one that gave myself warning and everyone else who theoretically they would listen to. I would give them warning like 30 minutes. And then I gave them the 10 and then like now, look. Cultura 8 p.m. like that. So I knew this was coming, and I still wasn't ready. I mean, I sat here and I listened to the thing. In reality, I was responding to somebody who was talking about the MCU. So you know how that is. What's going on? What are we doing? Oh! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! La, 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 la. Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura! Heat Cultura. However you say it, that's how you say it. Now and forever, I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio MOGURA. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me at the CashApp. All donations go toward the making of my independent film, my animated pilot that's sitting there staring at me in the face, laughing at me, saying, you haven't worked on me in like a year. But I've been doing so much shit. I'm going crazy. But please donate, because if you donate, that allows me to live and make more content and art and not have to do taxes. Because that would be great. Buy my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon, softcover, and on Barnes & Noble for the hardcover. I highly recommend the hardcover. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's just so much nicer. A chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, a bunch of my adventures as a raver in Miami, going crazy, doing drugs, and other stuff. Please check it out. Mature audiences only. That's very important. A lot of crazy shit in there. Don't freak out. Not yet. Check out my comic shop, Octo Taco, as well as my blog, where I post my rantings and ravings. I've got a couple of things up there that I like people to read and check out. Also, check out my comic collection. If there's anything on there that you want to buy, that is available for sale, because some stuff is not for sale. Not everything's for sale. Some stuff is for just display only. But if you see something you like, toss me a message. Maybe. I don't know what's saying. I don't know. We'll see. Check out my TeePublic. Another sale. Everybody loving the Hitchcock Levitard design that I made, that I really appreciate, and it really means a lot whenever somebody buys that, because I love Hitchcock and I love the Levitard show, and I feel like that he's like my Hitchcock right now, and has been for pretty much his entire career, because I've listened to him since day one. I was listening to him when I would drive to this summer job that I had at like this UPS kind of, it was at the UPS place by the, at that time, by the airport. And it was like this office job that it was a temp job that I got placed there, and it was fun. It was nice. It was just another office job. So I don't remember much of it, because I spent most of the time, every time on lunch break, I would just go and drive and park at the farthest end, and I would get so stoned. And come back and just do my like lettering thing very slowly and methodically. So thank you. And I would listen to the Levitard show, and I would hate Levitard show. I hated him in the beginning. It takes 2 years to get the Levitard show. You have to listen to the Levitard show every single day for 2 years, and after 2 years, that's when you get the show. This is how it is. So I thank you for buying that. I'm going to try and make some more of my own original kind of like things based on the show that people can buy and check out. So I appreciate that. And also, don't forget, buy the official Heat Cultura t-shirt, which is on the TeePublic shop. Come on, buy that. And then last but not least, check out my Spotify playlist, which is my entire discography dating back to 1999 up until last year, 2023, with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You from Seeing the Truth. Check out all my music releases. I basically do EDM under the moniker of El Topo. So please check that out. I would appreciate that. And what's going on? What, there was a game tonight? Was there something happened? I don't know. I don't know. Was it okay? Was it cool? What happened? Was it fun? Was it good for you? Whatever. It was that, whatever. Whatever. It's no big deal. Whatever. No. What's wrong with all? Yeah. I don't. Whatever. I don't know. It was alright. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Sure. Good book yourself. The thing that I've just been repeating to myself is that the Pelicans tried to turn it into a street brawl, but they didn't realize that they were playing a street team. Like, they tried to make it dirty and tried to just do something that was completely unnecessary. Like, if they played the game straight up, they would probably have had a better chance. But when you try to dirty the game like that against a team like the Miami Heat, no matter what generation it is, you're just gonna ignite them, and they're gonna put you away. So, that's it? Okay, moving on. No, let's hear it. That's what you came for? That's what you got. I mean, like, look, Zion Williamson, that was a complete total flop. You know it. I know it. He knows it. He's gonna play it off in the media like, oh no, he's gonna be, but you know, come on, Kevin Love was just there. What was he gonna do? Carry the 800-pound guy? That guy's a monster. He's huge. And so Kevin Love let him fall, and the guy, and he just kind of just overplayed it, and like it just kind of created this unnecessary wave of like bullshit to happen, and then. The problem was that Butler got pushed initially, like got kind of brushed aside. And Butler is coming into this game after dealing with a death in the family, after taking a leave of absence. And so his emotion is probably just super high right now. Higher than most people, most players. And that just was enough to get him to be like, you know, to push, to go into the guy's face because he felt disrespected. And, you know, Butler, yeah, for sure, he put his hand on his chest, whatever. But that did not deserve the guy grabbing Butler by the throat. Grabbing Butler by the throat like that, I mean, that's just uncalled for. And that should deserve like a multi-game suspension. As well as a fine. Like Butler's gonna get a fine because he got ejected, so he's gonna get a fine, and it should be bullshit. But this other guy, he should cop a multi-game suspension because grabbing Butler by the throat like that is unnecessary. And then this other guy, talking shit with Thomas Bryant because Thomas Bryant's so huge and he's like this really little guy, so he has to act super tough. And then he throws like a super dirty like punch, and it's like so unnecessary. It's like the thing is over, dude. Like, come on, it's not a big deal, dude. Like, none of this thing, what set it off was not a big deal. It's just the Pelicans were looking for something to kind of, like, hype themselves up. And, like, number one, that's not how you do it. Okay, we've had an enforcer on our team, and we know. I mean, we all know this. Everybody knows this about the Heat. So there's really no need to just, like, kind of, like, come on. So, why do this now right after the All-Star break? You know? Why do this against a team from the East? That, from the beginning of the game, we were handing you your ass. Like, you didn't come back down 19. You didn't. Because if you watch this team every game, that's a Heat thing. That's why when the Heat let New Orleans back in the game, you should have not worried or panicked. Because you've seen this team do that shit all the time. The Heat go up big and they don't like the lead, so they kind of like falter back, and then the team comes back in, and then they just keep it from there, and then they go. You knew this was going to happen. You knew it. So there was no reason going into halftime when they tied the game that you were like, yeah, that sucks, but whatever. You should not have been like, oh, fuck this team or whatever. You shouldn't be. No, you should have been, this is exactly where I expected to be. And this is fine. I mean, they're like a number 4 team with a better record than us in the West. And this was a good litmus test to see, exactly what the West feels like. And we're going to go up against Denver now. I mean, we talked about this in the last Cultura getting ready before the All-Star break. How now we're starting again a new 7-game series. We just took game 1. We just took game 1 of a 7-game series. That's what we're doing right now. Okay? This is a perfect time for us to, if you're new to the show, which you are because no one listens to this thing, you'll see that like we like to look at it. We don't like to look at the single games. We like to look at 7-game series. Look at the next 7 games. So this is of a 7-game series. We got to win 4 of the 7. If we win 4 of the 7, that's good. We're good. That's not bad. So that when we win and if we lose games, we don't freak the fuck out. Because there's no need to freak the fuck out. Because it's not like the NFL, which you lose a game in the NFL and that's bad. Because there's not many. The NBA, there's a lot of games. So you got to look at it like in bunches, not in like single games anymore. You know, so we got game 1. And it was on the road. So imagine this as like a road playoff game. Against a good team. This team's going to compete. They're going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year. And also, speaking of the playoffs, we don't call that the playoffs. We don't call it the playoffs. Right now, it's the road to the regular season. That is what it is right now. Once after the All-Star break, this 27-game stretch, this 20-something whatever game stretch, is the road to the regular season. Why? Because for the Miami Heat, the playoffs is the regular season. Well, we've been doing this whole fucking year with this, I'll win this today. I don't know. I don't feel like it. That's because this whole entire, the Miami Heat play an 80-plus game preseason. That's what they do. And now, we're just getting, okay. It's time to, get ready for the real regular season. Which for other teams and other people, that's the playoffs. That's what they call it. We don't call that shit the playoffs. We call that shit the regular season. We call round 1 and round 2 the regular season. We call the Eastern Conference Finals the playoffs. We call the finals, the finals. Let's say it's the same. I don't want to say it. I don't want to get into it just yet because I don't want to bring it down because we're a little bit hyped and this is good. I haven't even touched my coffee, which is staring at me, looking nice and cremita, see? And I haven't even touched the bowl. Okay, so you got all that unhyped, even though it's hyped. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into it just yet. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't wanna give it la energía. Yo quiero estar aquí y pensar que eso va a salir bien. Y solamente, ahí eso fue una cosa que tú sabes. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna maybe do it. I'll get into it later. Not right now. There's other things we can talk about. This was a very this was a game where a lot of people were fucking involved. Starting off with Jovic was super key. Great idea. Okay, I understand why he's trying to get Duncan off of the bench because he's just it's a lot better for I guess us on a whole. But I don't believe that. I understand it. And I don't want to say I don't want to say I don't agree with it, but I guess I don't agree with it, we know there's stats behind this shit already. We know this with this guy, Duncan Robinson. If he scores 20, he's done. Is done. Undefeated. Done. Scores 20, done. That's it. That should be like a really big focus right now because he is getting looks, he's getting cover, and he makes mistakes for her because it's fucking Duncan Robinson. What the fuck are you gonna do? But he's got to be more encouraged to pull that trigger, bro. There was at least 6 times where it was like, yo, take the shot. And then when he finally takes a shot, he fucking makes it. And it's like, what the fuck, bro? You could have taken that fucking shot like before, but you didn't. And then you gave it up, and then they fucking scored when you didn't give it up. And that's why you got it, and then you got pissed off, and you're like, I'm going to take it now. And you didn't take it. And it's like, you're taking it in even worse fucking like coverage because you're being covered now by two fucking guys. And it's like you're falling back, and you make it. So unnecessary. He had so many really good open looks. I know he did really good. I know we won this game. I know it was like really gritty. I know a lot of fucking shit happened. I know this was a super fucking fake ass brawl. I get it. Jimmy Butler getting to know now. I don't want to say it. I'm not gonna say it. You fucking made me say it. I fucking hate you. I'm not gonna say it anymore. But you made me say it. And that's not fair. That's not fair. It's not fair that you made me say that. So I'm not gonna say it again. But we get it. But regardless, with all that, he still had to step up. What else? I mean, Bam. I mean, I don't have to say really much about Bam because Bam was in the All-Star game. What am I gonna say about Bam? This thing almost fell. I'm sorry. What am I gonna say about Bam? What am I gonna say? Oh, he's good. He did good. Oh, Bam! Pat on the back. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We just started, bro. This is like light work. This was light work. This was just game one. Let's go. Okay, cool. Moving on. I sneezed, in case you were wondering what happened. This was a grinder game. No doubt. But I felt it was less grinder and more dirty. They tried to dirty this game up, which kind of like tosses everything out the window. And that sucks, because like, it was an enjoyable game. It was a really good, very competitive. Everyone was doing fine, but I felt that Zion Williamson showed his immaturity. He did. And it's really funny that they spent their time, the social media Pelicans kind of account, spent their time making fun of fucking Stephen A. Smith. Ranking out Stephen A. Smith, shitting on him, all that kind of stuff. Making like a meme of him. And then they come out here and they act like children. They act undisciplined. They act like, like there was I'm not even talking about the fight. There are plenty of times in the game where they didn't know what play they were running. And you could tell that there was confusion amongst them. Zion Williamson going like, what are you doing? A couple other guys going like doing that arm thing when what the fuck? What's going on? Where are you going to go? What are you doing? Like that, like that move, that arm motion. That happened at least like 3 times in the game. And 3 times is enough. That's enough. And so there was definitely more confusion among them than among the Heat. The Heat would consistently, when they would get on track, they would just grind them to dust. That beginning wasn't a fluke. That was the Heat actually just coming out and being like, okay, we're ready for these last stretch of games. We want to play really well. And that's what we saw was the Heat's potential. And then, then the typical Heat came out with them letting the people back in the game. And then at the end with the brawl and stuff like that, the Heat came out again. Even with this guy going down, which we're not going to talk about. I'm not going to get into it. You're not gonna make me talk about it. No, not yet. I mean, maybe at some point, but not right now. I don't want to right now. I don't want to get down. I don't want to bring it down. You're gonna bring it down. Stop bringing it down. Why are you doing this? It sucks for Butler. It really does, because he probably wanted to have like a really good game after everything whatever happened to him, and he was playing really well, man. He had a bunch of really cool moments, and it was on track to take over the fucking game. Okay, Butler doesn't go out. This game is still. We're still winning it. It's just that instead of Bam, it's Butler, or this other guy. But I don't know. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about this other guy. We're not gonna talk about it right now. You're not gonna make me. We're not gonna do it. No. You're not gonna make me. Not yet. Maybe later, at some point. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking about the coffee. If you hear birds in the background, that's because I have the birds on for the cats on YouTube. I play the birds on the other TV. They like it. And I forgot to turn it off. But I need something to distract them. That's why I do that. They like it. I don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it. Not yet. Maybe later. People play fine. Walkers play fine. Everybody else play fine. Who cares? That's fine. It's not. I'm not gonna fucking give you stats. I'm not gonna sling that shit here, because that's not what we do. That's other places. Okay. I just don't want to. I don't want to get into them. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. But this was a good start to this road trip. Now, what sucks really is that the fucking next game is on Monday. That's some bullshit. And it's like, damn, bro, like you wait all this time. I mean, it's like, and you know what? That actually is great, a testament to the NBA and how it's come around, because we're all dying because there's no NFL. And who gives a shit about baseball? And man, like I've been waiting since the All-Star break to see like get the games back, and everybody playing really hard now. Oh yeah, and then we waited till like yesterday, and I'm like ready to watch the game, and I sit down, and I'm like, cool, this is gonna be fun, blah blah blah. And I realized, oh wait, no, the game's tomorrow. And then finally we get the game, watch the game, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, all this shit happens. Blah, 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 blah. Game's over. Okay, next game's on Monday. Oh god, whole weekend, no heat. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do something. But I want to see that's really good for us, because I thought actually it was gonna be a back to back. I thought it was gonna be a back to back. I was pretty sure, but I guess it's not. So the Kings game is gonna be really big, because we're gonna be rested on that game. We're gonna. Sorry, this fucking headphones. We're gonna be rested on that game, and I don't know what the fuck they're coming off of, and who cares. But for sure, we're going to be rested. And that's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. What I'm hoping is, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? I mean, Hero had a foot thing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Because I just, I'm trying not to stray the wrong way just yet. You know what I mean? And I know you know what I mean. So I'm trying to just, plow through other things and let other things come to my mind, and let other thoughts come, and focus on those rather than focus on this, that has me, you know what I mean? So, but, the Pelicans were a good litmus test. So I'm really interested to see how we play the Kings and how that works out for us. Because I think they beat us when they came to Miami. I don't remember, but I'm eager to see that. And I really feel we're that we're much better than what our record is. Like, you should know this right now. We're much better. We are much better. And for some reason they have us at number 8, and we are actually number 7. They haven't updated this. Yeah, why haven't they updated this? It's so weird. We have, I guess the Pelicans have one more win, but they're at 31. I don't know. Why is that? It's like, that's weird. Anyways, but we're definitely much better than what our record says. I feel pretty comfortable with what we're at, and I'm all right. I'm just gonna get into it. Fuck it, because I keep like skirting around it, and it's an important thing to talk about, and it's just I don't want to get on a downer here, because it's a downer, and it's like I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. It's not fair. It sucks, man. It really does suck, actually, now that I think about it. See, and we're getting down to see how it is. You see what you made me do? It is your fault. It's not me. It's your fault. I'm gonna take some coffee. Fuck it. And we're gonna hit this candy corn snacks 31 versus 29% with indica keef on top. Look, man, if Hero's injury prone, he's injury prone. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but apparently this is his thing. He's got the bug. He's got some shit. He's got the demon on his back, and I think for what he gives us, it's worth it. We just gotta whatever, do we have to take him out back? I hope not, but I don't think so. So I'm not worried about it. I'm glad this happens now rather than later. I don't think it was too bad, but you don't know. But it's just frustrating because he finally made it back, finally gets into rhythm, has a great game that he's in rhythm in the beginning, and now he's got to come in and he's got to finish it off, be the closer guy. And boom, bullshit. Oh, they forgot to wipe the fucking floor. It's literally what he slipped. He slipped forward. So are you gonna get mad at him for that? Are you gonna get upset that he how dare he let himself get hurt again? Like, how stupid is that? That's stupid. You can't think that way. But as a fan, you can't help it. You can't help it. I understand. You can't help it. Is it right? No. Should we? No. Does it cross your mind because that's how the fucking universe works, and we're fucking these strange beings of energy and encased in this meat and bones and blood? Yes. I don't know what I said. I forgot already. Just whatever, man. Something going around. Because now we got 3 guys out. I just don't want to see nobody else on the goddamn chopping block. So please, can we just do what we are been trying to do since the beginning, which is keep guys healthy, make it to the goddamn fucking end at 100% with everybody, please. We have 20. We have. Can we make it? Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? Because that's only that's it. That's what's gonna do it. If we make it 100%, ready to go, everybody ready to go, we're gonna be tough to beat. If we make it with one or two key guys not at 100%, missing games, out of rhythm because of no, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be easy. I mean, last year wasn't easy. I know we made it look easy sometimes, but it wasn't easy. And I don't think this year is gonna be. I mean, it's not gonna be any easier. Because the Celtics are like, they want to win now. They want to win everything now. You know, and unfortunately, we're going to have to teach them another lesson. We're going to teach somebody a lesson. And it's probably going to be them. It's probably going to be the Bucks. One of the two. Somebody. Actually, you know what? I got to tell you, I don't like the Cavs matchup. Because they got the Struce. That scares me. The Terminator scares me. I don't know. I don't want to go up against the Struceinator. Why would I? I wouldn't want to do that to him. I'd rather someone else do that to him. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. There's still a lot to do. We slacked off. We had like 10. We had 8 games on us, man. If we were at 38, if we hadn't gone on that 8-game losing streak, we'd be in second place behind the Celtics. Okay. If we didn't go on that 8-game losing streak, if we won those 8 games instead that we slacked off on, like 8 shit, we'd be number 2. Because, I mean, look at what we're doing. We can win. We can win games. We're good. We can beat good teams. This is just riding the wave, riding the snake, feeling the flow. Getting to the end at 100% when the regular season starts. That's what this is all about. But I don't know what we're going to do with Hero. I don't know, man. It's just happening. Like, it just happens like clockwork now, apparently. This is a really bad... He's been out already, I think, like 3 times. This is his 3rd time he's out this season with a really big injury. I think he already did the ankle. And he was out for the ankle. And before the ankle, I think there was the hand. He comes back because of the hand. Then gets hurt because of the ankle. And now gets hurt because of the fucking hyper knee extension. I think it's the knee hyperextension. The hyper knee extension is a Sagat Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo move. For sure. I know it. I can talk about other things, but I don't want to. I'd rather just stay here and simmer. Just a little bit kind of like peeved because, what happened tonight should have never happened. It should have never escalated like that. It should have never dragged Butler into that shit. It should have never fucking, this guy punching fucking Bryant should have never happened. It's just so unnecessary. It's like, why did you just pick a fight with us? Which is what they did. They saw we were manhandling them, and they wanted to pick a fight with us to see if that could like hype them up. And look, man, that's a great crowd. Like I really actually tonight, I have to say that I really like the New Orleans crowd. Like the New Orleans has a great crowd. It's a great crowd. I didn't like how they were cheering for stupid shit, but it's just there's good energy in that place because it's New Orleans, They got, they're like Miami. They're another version of that. They're their own version of Miami and their own version of like, a party city kind of thing. Much probably more decorated and more, and more known, I know we got South Beach, but they got Bourbon Street, so I think that's a bigger deal. I would say I don't know. I don't want to say it has more history, but I think it does. So that's a good crowd. But they were cheering for the wrong thing. I know they have to cheer and back up their team because they have to, but they all knew that shit was bullshit. They all know watching the video that's bullshit, that they should never have done that, and that they've got an immature team. They should know this right now. They should know that they have an immature team. It's not slander. It's not like talking shit about them, and it's not hating on them. It's no, dude. It's just, this is what probably I think Stephen A. Smith talks about. And all the critics talk about when they talk about, Zion Williamson and what he should have been and where he should be at and what he should be doing. And what that team should be at. I mean, that team had Anthony. I think that team have Anthony Davis too. Wasn't that team basically Anthony Davis and Zion Williamson at one point? I'm pretty sure, right? That's what they were, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. And I'm sorry if I'm wrong. It's just I'm pretty sure that's who drafted Anthony Davis, and that's why it was like so crazy, because it was Anthony Davis and Zion Williamson. It was gonna be like insane. Can you imagine that? What happened to that? I'm not gonna check. You check. Can you check for me, please? Thank you. Appreciate that. Either way, aren't you curious to see what Stephen A. Smith has to say about fucking Zion Williamson now, and the Pelicans today or tomorrow? What are you gonna say about them? After they post that shit about him, and then they go and they fucking drop this game, and they try to start a street fight with like Stephen A. Smith knows Miami. He respects Miami. People respect Miami now, bro. And then at first I thought, oh, they're still hating on. They're not. No, they're not. They see Miami in the background, looming dangerously, as we always are. Michael Wilbon in the beginning of before the All-Star break was like, he's not falling for Miami. He knows that there's something, that they have something to offer there. So he's just, he's watching them. Celtics fans, for all the wins that they have, they don't want to face Miami, even though they do. Some of them do. Like the crazy ones do. The crazy ones are like, yes, we want to face Miami because we want to beat them. And at the same time, the smart crazy ones are like, yeah, we want to face Miami because we want to beat them because we know they're the best ones. And then we want to face the best, which is crazy. You just want to get to the finals. You know what I mean? Like, but we're like that too. Like the Miami Heat are like that too. Like we want to get to the end for sure, and we'll take whatever road we can. The easiest is by far the best, but we'll face the best if we have to. And you know what? We welcome the best. We like that. We like that. We want to face the best. So we understand it. But I'm pretty sure most Celtics fans don't want to face us. They don't want to deal with that shit. They don't want to deal with that drama anymore. They want us to go somewhere else and get knocked out by somebody else, so they don't have to deal with it, and they can have just a straight shot to the finals. No problem. Let's go. Who's gonna be? I mean, I know we seem to be dropping like flies, but I'm you know how we are, bro. We're like fucking the robots on the garbage city in Transformers the movie. When they play the Weird Al Yankovic's "Dare to be stupid, but you're not right, dare to be stupid, dare to be stupid." Those guys, how they like they drive each other, and when they break, they just pick up, an arm that's lying there in the garbage. Oh, look, there's an arm, and they put it on right there. They jump on the guy. They take off. They don't stop. Like, one guy crumbles and blows up, and they just bring him around him, and they polish him up and put it together, and he's good to go. Let's go right now. Because let me tell you something. Ultra Magnus got fucking destroyed. Like, he got blown the fuck up. Like, pieces shooting everywhere, guts, everything. I mean, computer chips. Imagine all the computer chips that he is built of. He got blown the fuck up. And they just found everything and somehow put it all together, and he's good as new. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's the Miami Heat. One guy falls, bring up another. Let's go. Wheel some guy in. Wheel him in for the G League. No sacrifice for the Heat culture. I don't know. I don't know. That was just so fucking stupid. That was just so fucking dumb. That was a lame ass fucking fight. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. That was just fucking. That's really what fucking pissed me off. That it was off a flop. It was off a fucking flop. It was a flop. It was a bullshit flop. Get out of here with that shit. Anyways. So I imagine the Kings game, at least it's Monday, and so that's time for Hero to rest. So we'll know, obviously, tomorrow what's up. I'm guessing he's going to be out for this road trip, and, hopefully he'll be back. So whatever, moving on. Play Jovic, and play fucking somebody else more. Okay? That's it. End of story. Start digging in. That was I love the way that we started with Jovic. And I found, of course you're going to start with him because these guys tower us. So we needed size against this team. And we're going to need size on this entire road trip because everybody that we face is like, everybody in the West is just so much bigger than everybody in the East, Like, they're just so much bigger than us. And this shit ain't going to be easy. We're facing like a bunch of fucking big dudes. We're going to Sacramento, and then after that, someplace else. That sucks. Trailblazers. But again, that's not what we want. Our goal is the 29th, Thursday, Heat Nuggets. That is what we want. We could lose every game on the 7-game road streak. I know we talked about, okay, we're setting it up. We got to win at least 4 games. Sure, let's try and win 4 games. For sure. But the big game, Heat Nuggets. Thursday, February 29th. 10 p.m. That's the game. That's the game right there. That's the game. And the Heat will have played Trailblazers Tuesday night. So they'd be getting into they'll be in Denver by Wednesday, and they'll be able to kind of just at least chill there for a day and then play the night before. So hopefully by Thursday night they're good to go. That's my only fear. But it's not like a back-to-back, which is great. That's great. That's good for us. Coño de mía. So, I mean, that's going to be the talk of the day and all this kind of crap and gives a shit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Everything descends into chaos. Pelicans game descends into chaos. Punches thrown. Jimmy Butler up for ejected. It's going to be a big story. Oh my God. Jimmy's a fucking problem player. And look how he gets made. Jimmy Butler. Watch. Who's going to be the one to say that? Who is going to be the one to say that? Oh! Hopefully nobody, because that'd be fucking stupid. I mean, obviously, they didn't fucking do anything. He didn't do nothing, bro. He didn't do shit. Eso fue una mierda. Eso fue nada. Telling you, bro, that was light work. This is the first game. Light work. Light work. What is this news? Do you see this news? There's been recent dialogue about Miami Heat hosting All-Star Weekend in the future. Nope. That is not happening, my friend. Sorry. That is not happening. At all. I'm going to tell you something. All-Star Weekend should never be anywhere other than fucking Las Vegas. Okay? It should be never anywhere other than Las Vegas. And that's it. That's it. Other than Las Vegas. That's it. Should not. You ain't going to have that shit here in Miami. The fuck out of here. You ain't getting that here in Miami, bro. You know why you're not getting that shit here in Miami? I mean, you know why. So I shouldn't have to fucking explain to you why, but you know why, because you know why, right? You know why. Because it happens every fucking goddamn Memorial Day weekend. This city has turned on Black America. And anything that involves Black America, they've turned against. Which is why they've turned Memorial Day weekend into basically like celebrate the troops, celebrate the army, celebrate the military. Let's do an air show here. All that kind of shit. And they bring every single fucking cop in fucking Miami-Dade County, they bring them to fucking South Beach. And it's just all to frighten people to not come to South Beach. And at the same time, they made it like a playground for you know, right-wing people. My thing has been, I wish Black people would just still go and try and enjoy the fucking air show and just fill up the air show, fill up all that shit with, yeah. Oh, you're going to put this shit up? No, okay, well, we're still going to go. And they just took up, but you can't. You can't. Not because they can't control themselves or anything like that, but because there is a total cultural misunderstanding between authorities and, I don't want to say community leaders, but definitely commissioners and shit. Because I don't think the commissioners are community leaders to some extent. Like, most of them are just, they're not good. And they're not in it for they're in it for other reasons. Those people misunderstand the way other cultures celebrate, other cultures have a good time, other cultures just let loose. Sure, it may bend the boundaries of the law sometimes. But primarily, they're not out to hurt people for the most part. And a lot of times, really, it's just that they don't know how to kind of organize large groups or events, or just, I don't even want to say, because I'm using the example of when they go out and do the MLK ride. Like, when they do the MLK ride, like, you know, everybody just goes out into the street riding their dirt bikes or riding their shit and just rides up on the highway and just fucking tears that shit the fuck up. And then that shit just goes crazy and all this kind of stuff. And then, like, I'm thinking, how can you organize that? And, like, nobody's organizing that. That's why that shit's, like, banned, and they're telling people not to ride anymore, and they're arresting people, confiscating your shit, and fucking everybody over. They're doing that shit. That's the example that I'm thinking about. I was like, okay, so that's like an example of how they, you know, you got to organize that shit now at this point. And people don't know. But at the same time, we're not even talking about that when we're talking about Memorial Day weekend. We're talking about like just that's like regular families and just there's a group of people, group of 20 people, 20 friends coming in from Atlanta, coming in from up north, coming in from New York, coming in from out west, you know, coming to visit Miami. And they don't have to organize and get permits and shit like that. But they're treated like as if like a group of 5 people just trying to have, you know, dinner at some place and trying to decide if they want to eat here. If they got they need a permit to come and hang out and chill in Miami. That's how they're treated. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And so that culminated with the absolutely atrocious traffic and Miami-Dade transit system. That literally all it needs is a connection between the beach and downtown Miami of some kind of metro rail that goes back for free, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, paid for by tax fucking payers, because if we can pay for a goddamn fucking stupid Dolphin Stadium upgrade, then we can pay for this bullshit. If we can pay for corrupt fucking Joe Carollo, then we can pay for this shit. And just create a fucking metro rail that goes from downtown Miami all the way to Miami Beach. Okay? Make it so it's fucking hurricane proof. Make it so that it's really nice and it's a super nice fucking train ride over Miami Beach in the water, so you see that shit and it's like, oh my god, this is so fucking awesome. Make it nice. Get fucking J-Rail to come from fucking Japan and build it for us. So that shit fucking works really well, that shit works really good, and that shit's fucking awesome. But no, you know what? Let's fucking make this stupid fucking bullshit structure is absolutely useless and has no meaning whatsoever. It's just a bunch of fucking tall fucking... No, I don't know. It's just some tall ass fucking shit that you built on the bridge that cost like $300 fucking million. That's just some fucking structure. It's just, it's just there. That's all it is. We'll build that. If you just had that, you would ease up so much congestion. People wouldn't need their cars to go to the beach, and they wouldn't then get stopped by cops and create tension and create fucking more traffic and people waiting and people getting pissed off because they've been waiting for 2 fucking hours just to get to the beach, only to find out that there's no parking in the beach. There's no parking anymore. And if you start building more and more fucking parking garages in the beach, that's all it's gonna be. And we don't need more buildings on Miami Beach. We don't need more skyscrapers in downtown Miami. We don't need more of that. We have enough. If you want to do anything, you if the old one's falling the fuck apart and you can't fucking make it look nice and preserve it and shit, then you know what? Do what you gotta do, but keep that, but only in that space. But we don't need to erect any more space and cover up any more of the skyline. We don't need to. We can find another way to operate we can change the view of the city so we don't look like every other fucking goddamn city. We can fucking preserve the Miami skyline. But, fuck it. Let's just build more fucking buildings. And you know what? Let's bring more fucking cops. And you know what? If anybody fucks with them, just every single fucking bullet. Every single one that you have. Fire them all. Happy Memorial Day weekend. That's why there will not be an all-star weekend in Miami. But if there is, I'm going. I don't know how, but I'll go to something. I'd love to watch it. But there's not going to be. Come on, let's be real. There's not. I think the last time that they had that shit here, I think, you know what, how many people died or something? People died. I think that was the one where the guy in the Mercedes got lit up and that guy recorded. I'm pretty sure that was NBA All-Star the last time that was here. It was that or it was a Memorial Day weekend. I don't know, man, but that's what's happening down here. And until we fix that shit and tone that shit down, I really don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. In Miami right now, like every other city, is just It's tough. It's tough out here. It's nice out here, but it's tough out here because it's just we should be enjoying things a little bit more, and not having to really work as hard or trying to output so hard. We shouldn't be like this, but we are being forced to work very hard. And that's not like, I'm not saying, oh, you don't want to, yeah, of course, everybody's got to work hard. But not to the point of like exhaustion, where you sleep like 4 hours of fucking every 2 days or some shit like that, you know? You don't want to fucking be dying. And that's what everybody is right now. Being flattened, thinned out, spread, as if you were butter on a loaf of bread. I don't know who's going to start in Hero's position. Obviously, Duncan Robinson. Look, man, you got to start Duncan Robinson and got to cut this fucking bullshit. Just ride Robinson, 20 points a fucking game. If you get 20 points a fucking game, we win. You get 20 points a fucking game, undefeated. Just get Duncan Robinson 20 points a fucking game until we lose when Duncan Robinson gets 20 points a game, which so far won't happen because we're undefeated when he gets 20 points a game. So that's it. That's all we got to do. That's it. Do you want any other kind of, what other insight do you have for me that will answer the question? What do you have? Butler's got to work harder. He fucking got thrown out of a game because some guy fucking choked him. Hero's not gonna get hurt. What the fuck? I don't know what to tell you, bro. Está de pinga. This guy's got like una cosa. Él tiene un voodoo ahí que... It was in New Orleans. We were in New Orleans. There you go. New Orleans won the battle of La Santeria y la Voodoo. I will give them that. I mean, it's a powerful place. When they come into our zone, we give them el truco ahí. Pa, 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 pa. Está bien la cosa. Goodbye. When we go into their place, they're going to give us some shit. We own them there. We beat them consistently there. I don't know what to tell you. But they know, and they know this, which is why ellos hacen una cosa, un trabajito ahí, y meten la bate, ahí, así mismo, and that's it. And this is what happens. Okay? So that's why you can't look at Hero like, oh my God, he sucks. No, bro. Somebody pulled out a little voodoo doll Hero and do that. One of those. Pick the spot. Pick a spot. They pick the spot. Boom. Ahí está. Hey. You got us. You got us. We're not gonna fight it. We're just gonna move on and okay, fine. Cheers to you. You know? I just hope you guys didn't do too much. Just don't do too much. Un poquito. Okay? So we'll see. If it's too much, then we're gonna have a problem. And then we're gonna have to just, hablar con alguien. We're gonna have to talk with somebody. Which, to be honest with you, someone's already being talked to. And someone's already talking about it. And so I'm pretty sure there's going to be, a bag of chicken heads at a railway crosswalk at some point later this week. And Zion Williamson will probably quit the team because he sucks. And Stephen A. Smith is going to fucking talk about him and hurt his feelings. That's what's going to happen. I don't make these rules, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I mean, that's just universe shit, bro. That's just how it is. So, talk to the greater being that exists out there that created us all. So, yeah. I think we're good there. We've been going a while. I didn't even notice. Honestly, yeah, this passed like super fast. I'm ready. I can go for another fucking 4 hours straight up. You wanna go? Let's go for it. No, I can't. I gotta get back to work. I'm still working on this thing for doing something there. And so the next time we will be here. Where are we? What's going on? What's your name? Monday, 26, 10 p.m. This is all 10 p.m. This is gonna be tough, bro. It's now like 10 p.m., 10 p.m., 10 p.m. I hate that shit. This was at least an 8 p.m. game, so that was okay, you know. And now we're finishing at midnight. I don't know what we're gonna do. Con Cultura, and it's because it's a Monday. It's Monday. It's a back-to-back Monday 26th and Tuesday 27th. Kings Trailblazers. So we're not gonna have. I'm not gonna be able to do a double Cultura. I'm sorry, guys, and gals. And I'm not gonna be able to do it. So we're gonna. Yeah, we'll just do it to Tuesday. After the Trailblazers, so we pack both games in there. If some crazy shit happens and I'm like, nah, fuck it, we're gonna do this shit, then fuck it, we're gonna do this shit. But I'm guessing the game's gonna end like at 12 o'clock, bro, or some shit like that, bro. So you know, but I was like, we can do that ahí, and be up to 1 in the fucking morning. You're not gonna listen to that shit. I'm not gonna listen to that shit. Fuck you, get out of here. I mean, same thing for fucking Tuesday, so maybe I just wait till Wednesday. I mean, again, the big game is Thursday. No, you know what? Yeah, we'll do Tuesday. Yeah, we'll wrap up that 2 games from Tuesday. Fuck it, let's do it. We'll do it. I'll do it. You got me. I got it. I got you. I got you. We'll do it Tuesday, or actually that would be Wednesday, I guess. By the time I guess we do it, and then we'll also do Thursday, for sure, man. After that Heat Nuggets game, we're gonna be like, we're gonna order some nuggets for that game. That's what we're gonna do. Sounds good. So, yeah, man, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, bro. We just gotta hope this guy is not flopping around and like a fish or some shit like that. I eat out of water. Oh, my God. You know. And, I mean, we know Butler's fine's gonna be, there. And who gives a shit about Thomas Bryant? You know, he shouldn't have fucking got the fuck up. He should have just sat there like a fucking asshole, but he didn't. He got up, tried to fucking talk beef with the fucking guy. Like, you know, not even, this guy didn't even reach his knee. And this guy literally tried to throw a punch at him, and it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, why isn't anybody talking about the Dune movie? Like, if I would get up into the fight, be like, hey, you gonna go see Dune 2? That shit was raw, right? That's just so fuck. You saw Dune 1, right? Yeah, you should see. Did you see the original? No, I didn't see the original. You should see the original. The original is classic. I mean, it was good back then, but then, like, you know, people fucking panned it because they just didn't understand it, and it was just it was so far ahead of its time when it came out. You know, and people wanted it to be like Star Wars, but it was so much deeper and so much more like, it's just so much more. I mean, I don't. That's hard. That's something to say because Star Wars is pretty deep, but Star Wars takes the deep meaning of things and puts it on a layer, on a top layer, like it's the creamy frosting, and then, like, you know, it attracts everybody, and it lays it out there easy enough for everybody to understand. Like I mean, fucking Dune it's not like Star Wars. It's not nice. It's like that. It's like, no, we're not gonna make this easy for you. Like, you gotta watch this a lot. You gotta love this just as much as you love Star Wars. And people were just like, you know, it's a little bit too much. But now, I mean, you watch it now after you watch this movie, it's the same fucking thing. And yeah, you know, some people, people have said that, like, they cram in the last part of it, and I totally understand that, and because there's a lot to pack in, you know. But back then, I mean, they're not gonna give it fucking 2 movies and shit like that. So all he could do was cram it all in and figure it out. That was the best way that you could cram all that shit into one fucking movie, and there you go. You know, because if there was another best way, it would have been done, but it wasn't. Instead, the movie was split into 2. And given a tremendous more budget and access to much more better technology and equipment and all this kind of shit. I mean, like, look at how this guy got to pull that fucking movie off back in the 80s. And it holds up today. You know, it looks cheesy, it looks cheap like that, but in its own way, it holds up. It holds up really good. Even better now with that other movie, because if you watch that other movie and you understand that other movie now, when you watch the old Dune, you understand what the old Dune's all about and what's going on, and it's great. It's great. So, I don't know. But looking forward to that. And yeah, that's about it. So we'll leave it at that. We will see you here Wednesday, 28th, 1 a.m., 12 a.m., whatever the fuck it is, after the Heat Trailblazers. Or after the Heat Kings. If some other shit happens, like it happened tonight. Like, if some shit breaks out and we gotta fucking come on and be like, yo, what's up, what the fuck? Then we're gonna be like, yo, what's up, what the fuck? You know how we do here, okay? So, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. Cultura, He cultura. 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 However you say it, that's how you say it now and forever. I don't make the rules. I just make the rules. I am Studio Mogura, Studio Mogura. Hit me up at the PayPal. Hit me at the Cash App. All donations go toward the making of my independent film and my independent animated pilot. Check out my book, Full Moon Nights, available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, a chronicle of the Miami rave scene in the early 2000s. Basically, a bunch of my adventures crammed into one, being a raver in the Miami rave scene. Awesome shit. Check it out. Check out my comic shop and my blog, octotaco.com. Check out my TeePublic shop, Studio Mogura, TeePublic. Also there, you can get the official He Cultura t-shirt. Please buy it, support. It's a great way to support me. But the best way to support me is with the final, my Spotify playlist, which is all my original tracks and tracks with my group, PM Crew, back in the day, from 1999 up until last year, 2003, with my latest release, The Reflection Blinds You for Seeing the Truth. All my original music, my EDM stuff, my hip-hop stuff. Check it out, please. That is the best way. You get to listen to some great music, and every time you listen to it, puts like 0.0000000000000000000000001 cent in my pocket. And then now, you know what? I appreciate it. Vietnam, we love you. We love you, Vietnam. Banh mi. Forever. Thank you very much again. Always 6 million streams. Can you beat Vietnam? Can you beat 6 million streams? Check it out. Check out the music. Check out the music and see if you can top 6 million streams brought to you in part by Vietnam and Banh mi. We love you, Vietnam. Don't freak out. Just freak out.